Hi again guys and welcome to another replay cast. Today we've got Brumbarr from Fame and he's in his Type 62 on Redshire, top tier. I saw this match and I was actually looking for games in the new in light tanks due to the new matchmaking. And well, this one came up and holy fuck, the result that he's gonna get is gonna be ridiculous. And yeah, also some friendly fire at the start from the T50 there. I don't think that was intentional, though it would not surprise me if it was someone going, haha, shoot the Fame guy, haha. Anyway, he's gonna be playing very, very aggressive to start off with. So, it's encounter, and he's heading straight into the cap circle, into one of the bushes, after first swinging around these couple, just to see if he can spot anything early. And here we go. And spots the T-71 early. Unfortunately for him, none of his team are in a position to really hit him yet. So he locks on, pops over, shoots one into his side, and pulls back. Just to get some early damage off. Someone else does actually end up hitting him as well. I think that was the STRV there, going by the fact it was 160 damage. Now, his team are not going to be very good. Let's put it that way. This is not going to be a particularly laid-back battle for Brumbarr. Does get some spots on the enemy heavies there. Spots the OI as well, and the T-30. Well, one of the two T-34-85s. Pops forward. Auto aims, waits patiently for his team to get into position, sees the T-71 again, starts aiming at the T-71, shoots the T-34 while still locked on, and then gets hit by the other T-34-85, who was hiding on the other side of the map, pretty much. Meanwhile, enemy team have lost a Chaffee and an SU-152, so not going well for them. Now Brumbarr's hopefully managed to get himself unspotted here and has gone back into the bush to try and get some spotting off on the three enemy tier 5 heavies and the Panzer III-4 on that side of the map, on the one line. Gets a good shot into the tracks on the KV-1. That does get him spotted by the T-71 and the T-34-85 there. Pops over this ridge and finishes off the T-34. Someone else kills the KV-1 who he tracked. T-71 meanwhile is sitting in the middle, just trying to pick off Brumbarr's team. And then the Chaffee shoots him from over on the 8-9 line somewhere, which suggests that he was still spotted there. And yeah, so that's not good for him. Meanwhile, his team are dropping like flies. Yeah, this is not gonna go well for his team at all. Trying to get a shot on the VK there, not having any luck. Pops over again to see if he can spot the OI or the T-71. Artillery finishes off the OI, blind, so no spotting on that, unfortunately. Meanwhile, a lot of the enemy team are gathering around the castle there. There's the Leopard. He's going to focus this guy down because getting the view range out of the equation from the enemy team is very, very important in these situations. You do not, especially if you're in a light tank such as this, because you don't want them counter-spotting you, because any remaining enemy tanks along with their light tanks will probably be looking for you and probably be looking to get an easy shot into you. So taking out their eyes, such as the light tanks and the mediums, is very, very important. Enemy Chaffee over there, he's trying to get a shot, doesn't really have one. So the Chaffee pulls back behind a little hill there anyway. Still in the enemy cap, so putting a bit of pressure on them there. Gets a shot into the VK. Does not get a second one and does get spotted for it. And so he decides to pull back here and try and get himself into a better position to either get shots on or spotting on enemy tanks that come through the church, well, through the castle here. Enemy T-71 does drive straight through the cap and is now trying to get spots on the friendly OI Experimental, FV-304 and STRV, the last 3 friendly tanks remaining on Brumbarr's team. There he is. He just got hit by the STRV as well. Brumbarr puts a shot into him. Nice high roll as well. This is a 180 alpha gun as well, remember. Does not get the second. But he's now going to get shots into the side of this Churchill here. There's one. Again, a nice high roll. I wish I could get this many high rolls, because he's had quite a few. And unfortunately the Churchill disappears from sight, as he was getting spotted by the STRV, and not Brumbarr. So now he sees the VKP again. He does try and get another shot on him, but unfortunately the VK is hiding behind a wall, and the T-71 has just popped up and killed the OI Experimental just after the VK finishes off the OI. So now, just for a second, it was a 1 versus 8. Trying to finish off the Chaffee here, gets an unfortunate low roll on him, and the Chaffee does get away on 30 health. Brumbarr now trying to go around into the town here to try and pick off the VK. Changed his mind though, however, and starts working his way towards the Chaffee. So if he can take the Chaffee down, that's really one of the last tanks that can really threaten him in terms of view range. I mean, if the VK has a good crew, then he can maybe be a problem, but it's not hugely likely, going by the fact that most players, when they're playing the VK3001P, are literally just playing it to grind through. And there goes the Chaffee. So now he's gonna try and work his way back round to spot the cap circle from a distance. Working his way over to this little ridge line here, hoping to use some of the bushes there to spot the Churchill, who is the only one in the cap at the moment. And there he is. This should be a 2-shot, though knowing RNG it could be more. That's an average roll. He could high roll and kill him, but nope. Gets a low roll instead. But third shot does finish off the Churchill. And he also spots the IKV-90B, who apparently does not have the view range to spot him back at that distance, which wasn't that particularly far away, so that's kind of interesting that he didn't actually see Brumbarr. And then Brumbarr just starts loading the HE, gets a good roll on him for over 300, and another one for over 300. Alpha damage on these high explosive shells is actually 300. It is basically the same as the 85mm that you get on the T43, KV13, T3485. Except it gets slightly higher pen on standard ammo. It's 145 instead of 144, and it gets heat rounds with 220 pen, which is nice. But all the alpha damage is the same. Unfortunately, that auto-aim shot did not hit. It looks like it went right between the tracks. Could have potentially been a ghost shell, but doesn't matter. Finishes him off with an AP shell in the face. And now starts going back towards his bushes, as the VK was in the cap. But now the VK is trying to look for him, hoping to finish him off. But unfortunately for the VK, that's not going to be the case. No, this VK does not have a particularly good crew, as we will see very shortly. And to add to that, there's a layer of bushes here. There's the VK, as you can see, and Brumbarr doesn't even have any bushes between him, and manages to fire and not get spotted. There we go. So that's, yeah, that VK must have had a 50% crew, as otherwise that would probably have been enough to spot Brumbarr at that range, but unfortunately for the VK, this was not the case. And now it's just Brumbarr versus Arta. He's looking around for them, expecting them to be in this corner of the map. Does find the GW Panther. looking to try and get a shot here. That's a nice high roll into the side. He just needs an average roll to finish him off here. And as expected, a low roll is indeed what happened. And now that's all his AP shells gone, and has to fire a heat round into the side of the GW Panther to finish him off. Now, all you could have said that he could have used the high explosive shell to finish off the GW Panther. The reason why he has saved these two, I believe, is to try and one-shot the other two artillery. The M44 and the AMX 105 AM. AMX 13 AM, rather. And neither of those tanks have over 300 hit points, which is why he saved them, because if he gets an average roll on either of them, providing it pens, that is, he can one-shot them. He does get the penning shot on the AMX, but the shot, high explosive on the M44 did not pen, and so finishes him off with a heat shell. So, holy metal halls, Batman. That was an ace tanker, a Dimitri's medal for killing the 3 artillery, Pool's medal for his 10 kills, and Naden's medal for killing all the light tanks, and that's a Kolobanov's medal for his 1 versus 8, high caliber, Top Gun, Scout, and Patrol duty as well. He ended up doing 4,406 damage, the 10 kills for the Pool's medal there, and 1,974 base XP, and was one of only 2 players on his team to do over 1,000 damage. And that made him 125,529 credits with a premium account, plus another 810 after the initial hit from the friendly T50. That brought it to 126,339. Only spent 3,000 on repairing his vehicle, just over 14,000 on ammunition. It could have been less if maybe some of the AP shells had been a bit more lucky in terms of where they were going and the rolls that they were getting. And of course he was running food, so that was 20,000 on consumables, bringing him to an 88,312 credit profit. Very, very nice indeed. And for XP, this was really nice haul as well, especially since it was not a double, or even a triple or quintuple, as those have been multipliers that have been around in the last few days. He received 2,961 XP, which was boosted from the base of 1,974. Obviously the 2,961 is because he has a premium account, and because he was playing a premium tank. That got him another 592 and boosted it to a total of 3,553. Very, very nice indeed. And you may be wondering, what kind of team forced him into this 1 versus 8 situation? It was not the team. Well, sort of. It was in fact a T-3485, a T-71, and then the VK-3001P to basically secure kills. That's it. That's the kind of team that's just completely overwhelmed Brumbarr's team. Yeah. These have not been the most awe-inspiring teams lately, but Brumbarr managed to get himself through it. And pick up a massive medal haul. So congratulations to Brumbarr on that. I'm sure he'll be very happy. And yeah, I'm sure he likes his Type 62 now, especially with the new matchmaking. And I actually have to jump back into this thing and give it a shot, because it does seem like it's a lot better now. So I might do that either next time I stream, or I don't know, we'll see. I might finish, in fact no, I'll finish 3 marking the T43, then I'll give this thing a shot for a couple of matches, then, I don't know. I've got a couple of things that I need to finish 3 marking before I should consider playing other things, but we'll see. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this replay, and I will see you on the next one.